Hello, everybody, and welcome to Rise of the Podcast. I am Jeremy.
I'm Kara.
And I'm going to be the very best, like no one ever was.
That could be a theme today. That could be a theme for today.
Swanky, I want to tell you, I remembered to hit record before I saw your comments, so. And hello, Sammy Flores on YouTube.
Hello, Sammy.
Welcome. We talk about Star Wars. We talk about everything. And like I said, we all introduced ourselves already, so I won't reintroduce us. But yeah, we just BS about lots of stuff. So welcome on in. Welcome people who are watching on local cat television.
This episode is going to go probably like end of September.
Let's talk about current events.
Right.
So that aren't current.
I think this is our first podcast since we made it onto local TV.
I think it is.
Is it? Yeah, it is. Daryl was... Yeah, it is.
So, if you are watching us on Cat 7, that's so weird saying that, but
I know, it is weird. I was like, we got to hit all the things now.
Yep. If you're watching us on Twitch, thank you for watching us on Twitch. If you're watching us on Facebook, thank you for watching us there. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for watching us on YouTube.
Yep.
And we might switch this up when the time comes. Just either more places or less places. Probably less places.
Probably less places.
Be a little bit more streamlined.
Yep.
So, Kara, what do you got for us this week?
What do I got? I don't know. Pokemon
You're on the spot.
Go.
You're driving content today.
Are we talking about Pokemon Go?
We'll start with Star Wars.
Oh, start with Star Wars.
Currently watched the Bad Batch, this
No,
most
we have
recent
not.
episode, but I heard it was really good.
When we all agreed that would be one thing we don't talk about until the whole thing's out.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin
No spoilers,
Brad's time or anybody else that's waiting.
Didn't Brad say he's not like super into watching this?
That he
the
could
Bad
say that
Batch?
all he wants. He probably was gonna be like, "Dang, I wish they didn't spoil that."
Right, Brad, you're gonna
Omega
watch
was
it.
Luke
You know you
Skywalker's
are.
daughter.
Right? Huge spoiler, Chris. I'm just kidding. Did you hear what Chris said?
I heard what?
Omega was Luke Skywalker's daughter.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, pretty
It's-
insane, right?
Don't think that checks out though.
She's a clone of Luke Skywalker, actually.
So
He just calls her
they
his
took
daughter.
Luke's blood, like the moment he came out of
That
Padme.
medical droid definitely stole some blood. I'm just saying.
I'm still mad that Snoke is. I think it's official. Snoke is clones of Luke.
What?
Luke? No,
Yeah,
I thought he was.
How did that become official? When did that become official?
It's in the comic books, and they used Luke's cut off hand to make clones of Snoke.
Okay, so I found
Wait a sec.
today. I found out that the original opening for The Force Awakens was going to be cut to a severed hand, holding a lightsaber. In other words, Luke's hand, flying through space, going through the atmosphere. What planet is Maz on?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Exegol.
Right? Flying into that planet's atmosphere, the hand, like the skin, flesh, and bone burning up, and the lightsaber flying down to the ground and going thunk, and landing there.
That seems very Breaking Bad-ish to me.
Yeah, that does.
That was going to be the opening scene. Today I watched a video where Mark Hamill was on, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Kimmel was asking him all these questions about characters he's played. So Luke Skywalker,
Fire Lord.
Joker,
Which is your grandpa.
and who's the guy in He-Man? The bad guy. Starts with an E.
In He-Man, it's Skeletor.
Skeletor, not E. Thank you, Skeletor. Anyway, so he's asked questions about that, and it was true/false questions, and I don't know how they got onto that, but it was one of the questions.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, that was actually going to be the opening, and Mark Hamill pitched the idea to George Lucas in Empire that Luke turns to the dark side.
Oh, Mark Hamill pitched that?
Yeah, he pitched that idea, and George was like, "Nah, it's a kids show. We're not doing that."
I like.
In Darth Vader issue 11, it's heavily implied that Luke Skywalker's severed hand was recovered from Bespin, and DNA was used on the project to create Snoke.
Interesting.
Yeah, Snoke's just, that's why he looks like a frumpy old man, because he started with a hand. Haven't they watched Jurassic Park? You're supposed to use frog DNA.
Right?
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Frog DNA.
Well, so we filled in the missing
Gungan.
gaps with DNA from a Jar Jar.
Yeah. Misa, you bow to the First Order.
Right? Can you imagine Snoke talking like that?
While drinking blue milk.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
I'm so mad.
Swanky says maybe taking blood samples from newborn babies is normal protocol in the Star Wars universe.
That's true.
I mean, do you remember how much they poked Chip when he was born?
That's true.
They definitely have Chip's blood on file.
Oh, they
They
totally
take
do.
52 blood dots from a baby when they're done. It's like the blood test.
Yeah.
One for each week.
They poke, they poke their foot. Like, they can get, 12 dots or whatever out of one poke, but they got to, like, poke it 4 or 5 times to get enough blood to do the 52 dots.
Well, and because I had gestational diabetes, when Chip was born, they had to test him for diabetes after every single time I fed him. They had to, like, I'd feed him, they'd wait, I think it was an hour, poke his foot, test his blood, and they would do that the entire time I was in the hospital.
What a miserable existence. It's a wonder he doesn't cry more often.
Right? And this baby comes out in the most horrific fashion, and then he's stabbed with things.
Explodes into life, and then it gets to get knifed.
He was just nice and toasty warm inside me, just felt good. And then
Welcome
out
to the
into
real
this
world.
cruel world where he's stabbed with things.
Gabe says hello to my favorite people. I wonder who he's talking to.
Gabe.
All right, Gabe. It's a map on Battlefront 2. What planet is Maz Kanata from? It is
Kanata?
a map.
Takodana.
Takodana. Well,
As soon as
Gabe,
she said whatever that was,
I knew.
Brad says Junkers used magnets to catch trash from Cloud City.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
Is a lightsaber magnetic, though?
Yes.
But what kind of metal is it? Are you sure it's magnetic?
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't
But
know.
it
It
looks
could
like
be
it's
a
made out of
metal that's
aluminum
not.
to me.
Right?
Well, there's a Wookiees who's made out of wood. For real.
Yeah.
So it could be really anything. Some of them could be, some of them might not be. You don't Darth Vader is probably absolutely magnetic.
Well, so it would have been what, Anakin's?
You'd be right.
Okay, so here, why
The red one.
So Luke lost his hand. Anakin lost his hand. Why didn't they just put like magnets in their hands so like losing the lightsaber would never ever be a thing?
Because they have the
Like-
Force.
Yeah.
I mean, true, but let's say you get knocked down and just kind of disoriented and lose that Force connection, and then your lightsaber's gone. I mean, didn't Qui-Gon drop his saber?
I just imagine.
I'm just saying, like,
just imagine
one of those
Vader
really
He's
turning
got
on the
strong.
electromagnet.
You know what it is. You know what it
It's
is.
one of the buttons
it's a,
on his chest.
It's a wrist strap, like on a Switch remote.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like, oh, that was close.
That's funny.
Every single lightsaber has a warning sticker on it that they all take off that says, make sure you connect wrist strap before use.
And they also cut the wrist strap off. I just want to see one go into a TV while they're playing Wii bowling.
Brad says, that'd be a good excuse to goose some droids. Sorry, magnetic hand.
Oh, magnetic hand. Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Unbelievable.
I can't remember. It's a Legends book now. There's a book where somebody was supposed to be like the next dark side apprentice of Darth Vader, and he implanted electrodes into his hands so he could do Force lightning.
Oh, crazy.
But it wasn't
What?
Force lightning. He was just like, whatever.
it was
Yeah.
crazy. I wonder if he got shocked too.
He was using that stormtrooper who challenges Finn. That
Oh,
stupid
right.
wand.
Oh Lord.
The
Shock trooper.
one
Is that what it
thing that just drives me nuts is like they keep just introducing more and more crap that can resist a lightsaber.
I know.
Like at this point, why not just have it's ridiculous. With the stupid electrode thing,
Right.
they have things in freaking Clone Wars that
Yep.
block lightsabers. Beskar blocks lightsabers.
Yeah. Although the Beskar spear is pretty cool.
No, it's fine. And so like
And it
shiny
did
rod.
show that it was melting under the dark saber.
yeah, and it's supposed to be a rare material and all that, whatever, right? But like
Yeah.
the fact that I can just go get an electric stick and be like fight a Jedi
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
probably lose, but maybe not.
Yep.
They're having an off day. They spent a little too much time on Canto Bight or something.
Now that reminds me of Anakin talking to Qui-Gon. Jedis never die. Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon's just thinking, yes, they do.
No, they live long enough to become the villain.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was going. I had something that I had seen on the internet I was going to talk about.
It's one of the
Because
things he sent
Jeremy's
me.
got his pulse on the heart of the internet.
Yeah.
Is that what Jeremy says?
Pulse on the heartbeat of the internet.
Heartbeat. That's what it is.
I can't.
Come on,
think of
Jeremy.
it.
You can do. You. That's why you write things down. You can't
Yeah.
be
But he
like
can't
me.
read it.
Right.
I can read. I do have something, but I had something Star Wars related.
For what it's worth, I haven't seen the last 2 episodes of The Bad Batch.
Oh.
That's not that bad.
Chris.
That's not that bad.
I
Loki-
get
you
so
finished
busy.
Loki,
I've been so
haven't you?
busy playing Pokemon in all of its forms. So Jeremy and I were talking. What game were you playing on your phone, Kara, the other day?
Bubble Pop.
Okay, so
No, it was Gardenscapes. Okay, it wasn't
So-
Bubble Pop.
know that style.
Jeremy and I were just getting ready to do some Dynamax raids on
Which are extremely fun.
on Pokemon Sword/Shield or whatever. I also had Pokemon Go up on my phone, and I was watching a streamer play a randomized. So it was all Pokemon all the time. So Jeremy was like, "If you're not playing Pokemon, you can't use your phone," or something like that.
I know he was.
It's like Pokemon only.
Yeah, he was pretty embarrassed that I was playing something besides Pokemon.
I've been accused of being a monster for not seeing the most recent episodes of The Bad Batch.
Ooh, who
I
called you a
haven't seen
monster?
The most recent one, but I mean, I'm caught today. Loki was
Loki.
unbelievably good.
I
Yeah.
have not seen the newest episode yet.
Did I tell you? It's prove it. Gabe, you're gonna love this. Close up. Gabe, I read a theory, and it blew my mind that it actually came true. So,
Wait,
some
is it
guy
going
out
to
there-
spoil the final
No, it's
episode?
not.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Some guy out there said that each episode
Oh,
of
yeah, it
Loki
is.
represented an Infinity Stone. So the theme, like the color theme for each episode. So the planet where they're all on the apocalypses, that
purple?
episode was purple.
Yep.
Okay. And then the episode where they like conjure and try to get to the timekeepers, green. Then somebody said, based off of that, we've had red, we've had orange, because when they go to like the TVA for the first time, it's all like
Orange. Oh
orangish.
yeah, that's their
And
color.
then somebody was like, the last episode's going to be blue themed. It's blue. It's blue.
Yep.
It's like, what are the odds? It's a very clear hue for the entire thing. So, Gabe,
Hugh Jackman.
look into that. See what it
It's
means.
bad.
It's pretty cool. I
Well,
can't
so-
believe they did it because there's 6 Infinity Stones.
Those are only 6 episodes in the season.
Correct.
Oh, so I've only got 1 episode left.
Yep.
It's a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I just wish there was like a big reveal, and it was one of those. That's how I know people what must be like to watch Star Wars when you don't know as much as we do, and you see like the little cameos and you freak out.
Yeah.
There was what I assumed to be a cameo for people who know more about Marvel, that it completely went over my head. I still don't know who it is. I just saw somebody reference it, so I'm like, oh, that was actually somebody.
Is it Alligator Loki?
No, that was awesome.
Okay, Jeremy
I feel
told
that's
me.
not a spoiler because it's everywhere right
Yeah.
now.
Jeremy told me he's getting his own spin-off show.
Alligator Loki is.
Well, they're talking about the old guy, the old Loki.
Oh,
and
he's so
Alligator Loki
cool.
Getting their own show. The
that
trio.
would be what they should have an apartment in Manhattan.
Right?
And one of them's really messy and one of them's really clean.
Right.
And the
gator's
alligator's
clean.
really clean and the old guy's
Yeah.
really messy.
Gabe, from what I've heard, season 2 and 3 are already
In the works?
greenlit. He said season 2 is coming for Loki, and I think 2 and 3 are already.
Really? Yeah, I had for sure heard too.
Nice.
So like I said, I haven't watched Loki. I'm honestly burned out from the Marvel universe. This is so
refreshing.
far away.
Yeah.
Like, it's
It's
this.
good. Yeah.
It's really
It's
good.
a very, very different. Owen Wilson is in it, and I love Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: when he was in it, I haven't seen him in anything for a long time. Then I just watched Cars recently. Fantastic movie, and Owen Wilson's awesome, and he's awesome in it.
yeah.
He's
Is
so
he Lightning
good.
McQueen?
He's Lightning McQueen.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
Good sugar. Good sugar.
Yep. Well,
Right?
that's the.
I know that's
the green
op-
car
yeah.
mocking him, but yeah, he does that. But yeah, he's very Lightning McQueen is very pretentious in the first 35 minutes of Cars. Like
He is a
very
butthole.
Yeah.
He is. He truly is.
And then he really has a nice character arc. And Paul Newman was the Hudson Hornet. He
That's
voiced the
awesome.
Hudson Hornet. I was on Reddit and somebody was like, "Yeah," and they were random Cars reference on the internet. He was like, "Yeah, and that purple car from Cars," and he's like, "Yeah, that's the Hudson Hornet."
That's funny.
I was expecting a jet ski. Oh, Gabe says I was expecting a jet ski scene with Mobius.
People were saying the ending we deserve, and it shows him on a jet ski, which would be really funny.
Uh-huh.
It's interesting what people latch on to.
I know, just the fact that he wanted a jet ski, and then the gator.
Also, and it's little things like that, like without giving away all the stuff. Like it's a throwaway kind of joke when you see it, you
Right.
think, but it's actually a breadcrumb that just ties to this larger universe.
Yep.
And that's just great production. That's forethought. It's like, how do we humanize or make more relatable these characters? How do we tie all these threads together? And it's like something was like Loki's bored and reading a jet ski magazine, and then he gets all mad that he's reading his jet ski magazine.
Yep. No, so if you're burnt out on Marvel, like I did not like, and I haven't finished the new Captain America TV
Yeah,
show.
that
I was sort of falling asleep during the first episode, and I meant to go back and rewatch it, and I just haven't yet.
And WandaVision was good, but it's not near. It's like no.
Loki's good.
Also, really good.
Tom
both-
Hiddleston. I mean, he's amazing. Sorry,
both
go ahead.
WandaVision and Loki are doing stuff that's so like basically super different from what
Right.
the mainline Marvel movies are. Bad guy's gonna blow up the world. We have to team up and beat a bunch of stuff up or whatever. Like there's fight scenes in Loki,
Right.
but it's not like these big cataclysmic like buildings are being destroyed fight scenes or millions of people fight scenes.
Right.
You know, so it's like it's the scope and tone of them are so different. And like WandaVision just went insane and did something crazy. And I can get why people like or don't like it. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
I do enjoy the twisty turny like Loki stuff better than the twisty turny WandaVision stuff. But
I like Loki better than WandaVision. WandaVision was good, but yeah, Loki was better.
It's just, and even with Loki at first, there was a part of it was that, well, I'm like not gonna go into crazy spoiler town, but with the TV specifically, I was like, when are we getting here? But when you watch the whole, it like takes towards the end of the episode, it even starts to make sense. Like I do like where they went.
Yeah.
With it a lot. Which was really, really cool.
That just reminded me that the Bad Batch premiere episode was 70 minutes long and all the rest of them were 20 minutes long.
Oh, I know.
It's like, why can't they all be that long?
First episode of that was really good as well. But so we've been doing, it's Pokemon Go weekend this weekend.
Yep. 5-year anniversary.
Yep. It's crazy that I got Pokemon from when it came out.
I started in July of 16 as well.
Was it July 6th?
Hers was July 7th.
Haha, can't get out of here, scrub.
She started the next day.
Yeah, because
you and I were just absolutely probably way too excited.
We were so hyped for it. Like the second, I remember refreshing the app store waiting to be able to download it.
And then catching an Eevee outside my house.
Yeah.
I evolved a Glaceon today.
Nice. I evolved a Leafeon today.
Oh, well.
So I was popping Eevees left and right. There were two Umbreons that popped.
Dang.
Two Leafeons and a Flareon.
Yeah, she caught a Leafeon.
They were all incense.
Yeah, I didn't see anything like that. But so I didn't want to pay money for more lure modules.
Yeah.
And I had 3 grassy lure modules on me, so I lured the 3 stops here with the grassy lure modules.
Fun.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I'll use one of my shiny Eevees and turn it into a Leafeon.
There you go.
What color is
It's literally the same. It's just a little bit like duller yellow.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the green is the exact same color. It's very hard to tell.
Kara got 2 shiny Carvanas.
I did.
I don't like Sharpedo, so.
Oh, the Sharpedo. Shiny Carvana looks cool. It looks cool.
Shiny Carvana is super cool.
Yeah, he's like green and red.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, he's actually cool. Christmas.
Yeah.
Gabe says Loki's character development played out better than WandaVision. I'd say because
I agree.
100%.
you spend 90% of WandaVision not even know what's going on, and all the clarity comes at the end.
Yep.
Whereas you actually do get to see like Loki coming to terms with different stuff.
Yep. All of it's super funny.
Yep.
Oh. And you get it with Mobius as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, and Wilson's awesome.
Because the revelation is introduced earlier in the thing, so you get to see how that impacts people.
Yep.
Like, if the thing that motivates the last 3 episodes of the show came at the last minute of the last episode, it would be like the same thing as WandaVision.
Yep.
So, like, I think the way that they paced it out makes way more sense. You actually let these characters be able to react. There's a car with the floppy pizza thing on it. I want one of those so bad. It's hilarious to me. There's just a scene where they're driving around in a car, and it's just got a wedge of pizza on a spring that's just, like, massive.
Yep.
And it's like, I want one of those for my car.
Did you? Okay, so you guys saw Thor in a jar, right? At one point when they're panning down.
The dirt.
Do you know? It's
Scanning the dirt.
Yeah. So there's like the.
Are you sure this isn't the most recent episode?
No, it's not.
No,
This
it's
is
the
like
one with
2
the
or 3
green.
episodes back.
It's the green one with all the green hue.
It's when he first meets
All
old
the-
Loki and
all the
alligator
other
Loki and all them.
Okay.
Yep.
So they're panning down to the.
Because you saw the
hideout
Thanos,
or whatever.
there's a chopper that says Thanos on the side of it. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in that episode.
Anyway, there's a jar and it's got.
It's always like 3 a.m. when I'm watching it.
Oh, got it.
Well, there's a jar and it's got Thor in it. And
funny.
I read something. It's actually Frog Thor. It's not Thor, it's Frog Thor.
Funny.
It's super funny. When I found that out, I was like, That's hilarious. So
But it was Chris Hemsworth.
it was Chris Hemsworth, but it was a frog.
Now that I'm actually thinking more clearly about it, so episodes 4 and 5, I watched at like 4 in the morning when Gwen couldn't sleep. She came down to bother me and was like, well, let's just watch these couple episodes of Loki then.
There you go.
So it's like there's a lot of stuff, like there's no detail, I think, that I picked up on.
Mjolnir made a cameo. The hammer.
Yeah, that it was in the same shot. Like they
I
pan,
saw
you
that.
saw Mjolnir, keep panning. There's the jar
Technically,
with
what you're doing
Thor.
is a tilt. I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
Well, fine. Tilt. They tilt down.
A pan is this. A tilt is this. A track is this.
It
A
would
dolly is this.
It was a vertical track because it was going like this.
So that'd be a vertical track.
A vertical track.
All right. Well,
Chip
Yeah, it depends on
Spicy.
where the Chip is going
they're-
nuts.
I was
He
gonna
is
say, I
going.
think they're trying to get him to sleep.
Yeah.
NATO up there.
Can you guys hear him? Oh,
I don't think the audience can. I can barely hear him.
Oh, yeah,
so.
it's quiet.
I think they're honestly trying to get him to sleep. I told my mom he needs a nap.
He needs a shot of whiskey and a lumber,
Right.
a little lumber to the back of the head.
Oh no!
That always puts me to sleep.
Just gonna text, see how he's doing.
Swanky
down
says,
there.
I ignore the cries of the little.
Ah!
Aw.
I owe you some PNGs, by the way, Swanky. I'm working on it.
No, so what I had brought up Pokemon Go for earlier is like I have literally encountered the most ridiculous people on the road, and it's just super frustrating. So there was one spot where there's this T, okay, so cars are coming this way, and then there's another road here.
Yep.
And there's crosswalks for all three of these. So I go, and there's people waiting to cross in front of my car. And then there's a car here that got there first, and he's taking a left, going to go this way. So I got to wait for this car because he got there first. He was there first.
Yep.
Easily there first,
So he
like no
goes, and
question.
he's waiting, and he's looking at me. And he like is waiting, and he looks at me, and he's just kind of like a little bit of a shrug, like, "What are you doing? Like, you gonna go?" He's like, "No, you got here first, right?"
Yeah. Well, I think he was
So-
defaulting to you let the right go first.
Well,
but that's
yeah.
if you arrive at the same time.
yeah, exactly. He was clearly there. So I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at him. So I'm like, fine, I'll go. The second I left off the brake pad or the brakes,
The brakes.
the people then start to walk across the road. So then I immediately have to stop. So those
The
people are
lady
crossing,
mean mug Jeremy. She leapt off to the side, and then she was like,
gave me a dirty look or whatever. So I wait. The car still waited, and he's taking a left. Has no interaction with my pedestrians. He waited until the pedestrians cleared the street. Then I tried to go. Then he went in front of me, and I'm like, while these pedestrians were walking,
he could have made that
he
turn.
could have gone.
Oh, yeah, easily.
And the other thing I hate is when I'm taking a left at a four-way, and
Yeah.
I don't know why people do this. If I'm taking a left at a four-way, and there's a car, and I got there first, it doesn't matter, but there's a car that comes opposite of me and they're going straight, just go straight.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you go, I can turn behind you.
That's the way a left turn is supposed to operate.
Like, you go, and people will be like, wave you on. And it's like, I'm not going to stop everyone here so I can turn, and then you can start negotiating your straightaway.
Yeah,
No.
So in that circumstance, even if you get there first, if you guys are going to be going at the same time, they should go because yield because you're left yields to everybody.
It doesn't get in and left doesn't get in the way of that exact scenario because I could be going straight, we can both go straight at the same time.
Yep.
And so if we both are going straight, but then I decide to go left, I can just go left when he goes. Like, it's perfect. It doesn't bother him at all, and I hate when people wave me on to go left.
So Duluth is Canal specifically has a lot of tourists this time of
It
year.
was so bad today.
And I mean, there are clear roads for cars and clear sidewalks for pedestrians, but 9 times out of 10, there are stupid pedestrians walking down the road. It's like,
Drives me insane. It's so right in front of where I work.
I
So
was going to
there's
park
the
in that lot, by the way.
what's that?
I was going to park in that lot.
You totally can.
I
No
know.
one checks.
it's frustrating as heck.
So there's the road that goes in to go to the parking lot there, right?
Yep.
0% of pedestrians walk on the side. Everyone walks right down the middle of that freaking road.
Yeah.
Every single person. So Dan and I were leaving to go on a shoot, and there's a dude on his cell phone, blah, 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 walking right, like
I hate
super
it.
slow
I
down
hate
the middle
it.
of the road, right?
Yeah.
And like it set us off, and it was the absolute most ridiculous thing. It's like, what is so important that you have to be on your cell phone in the middle of the road?
Well, and then this one, so I took photos today. I did a photo shoot for some friends, okay?
Oh, Lord.
And this one really chapped my butt. The parking was the parking was crazy. So there was these Jersey barriers, and I'd pulled alongside those Jersey barriers and parked there. And it's like, if you needed a parallel park, that's how you'd park. But there was nothing behind me for quite a while. So, I was just going to back up and then pull out. So if we didn't have a rear view camera, I would have totally backed into somebody today. And here's what this lady did. I'm in reverse. I'm backing up to get far enough back to clear the car that's in front of me. And this woman starts pulling up behind me. So I'm backing up and she's pulling up. And the only reason all of a sudden she was just there. The only reason I even knew to stop was because Kara's car has the backup cam and it starts to beep at you. So I go from clear, looking over my shoulder, look in the mirror, and I'm backing up, and then all of a sudden, beep, 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 beep. I slammed on the brakes, and it's like this lady keeps pulling forward as I'm backing up. I was so mad.
Obviously, she has no situational awareness.
It's like,
the reverse lights are right
my
there.
Reverse lights. And then when I left, then she pulled up to where I was, and it's like she was trying to pull up to where I was, even though I was in the space.
Seriously.
It was so frustrating.
And then during the shoot, Jeremy was trying to get nice shots.
Don't even get me started on
down
that.
The beach.
I
Beautiful
want to
shots.
it. I'm so mad.
Can we pause just for a second so I can catch up with some chat and some context here?
Oh.
So Brad says, I always have the right of way, problem solved.
There you go.
Gabe says, man, people... The way people drive in Puerto Rico is way different than the U.S.
Yeah, I bet.
Swaggy says, just throw some seagulls and take brownies.
Oh, right.
Jeremy, you just carry French fries around with you everywhere with a little sauce on them. Just chuck them at people. So seagulls just go whoop.
Perfect.
Attack.
Brad says, I drive next to people laying on the horn so they can't talk on their phone like the guy walking on the...
Dude.
And then he says, just be thankful you don't live in California. Everyone just shoots their guns at cars now.
That's true.
Seriously.
So I
haven't heard about that.
I did that the other day.
Was that little boy?
Yeah. Their little boy got shot in the stomach in a road rage and died on the way to the hospital.
His mom cut somebody off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
don't be a crappy driver and your son will get murdered.
Right. Brutal. But no, the other day, the light turned green and somebody sat there. And people don't go to green light too. You have one job when you're at a red light, and that is to pay attention.
Yep.
To make sure people aren't going to run the light when the light turns green, and when the light turns green,
to get the hell out of my way.
To get going. And so somebody was stopped at a light, and I was just like, normally I just do like a quick honk.
I was behind you for that one.
Yeah, I did a triple. I was like, meep, meep, meep.
Jeremy was feisty that night. He was real feisty that night.
I can't tell you how many people I see. Like, I'll be stopping at a red light or whatever, like paying attention, and I'm watching the traffic just drive across.
That's what I'm saying.
How many people's heads are straight down looking at phones?
Yep.
And it's like I feel like on the spot death penalty.
Yep.
If you're looking at your phone,
done
while you're driving, death penalty.
Out. Get out of here.
I can't deal with it.
Yeah. It's so frustrating. And then
Brad says there's a lot of people. A lot of situations like where the child got shot. It's like he said that's the only one that made national news.
Oh God.
It's so
apparently
sad.
It happens a lot.
It's sad. If I was that mom, I wouldn't care if I'd go to jail for the rest of my life. I would kill those people.
Well, she almost did when she cut him off.
You're hilarious. But no, I would. Whew, they would regret the day they were born. That's all I have to say.
I do that anyway.
Well, that reminds me of when we were in Hawaii's story is there's on part of the M1 there's like 6 wide lanes of traffic and we're driving down the road and all of a sudden everybody starts slowing down and there's one exit and the traffic you can see it is backed up way in front of it and then it's like backing up where it would stop. You couldn't take the exit, so I had to cross 6 lanes to be able to take the exit so we could avoid it. What had happened is a water main had burst in the middle of the freeway or something, so traffic just came crumbling to a stop. So I cut across all of these lanes, and the last car I cut off, and it was a Mini Cooper. So I was like, I cut across all 6, and I was like, oh, I feel so bad. I just cut somebody off, but I had to do it to take the exit. And Rich goes, well, it's okay. What are they going to do? It's a Mini Cooper. Throw granola at you? Like, and then Kara's like, I drive a Mini.
I legitimately am afraid at most times when I'm driving that somebody's gonna shoot me. Well, it's not because I'm driving poorly or anything. Right. I just feel like especially when I come up even with somebody, it'd be so easy to just shoot at you, right?
Right.
It's a completely unfounded, irrational fear. But because of that, it does happen somewhere. Mm-hmm. I feel like someone's just gonna decide The next person I pass, I'm gonna shoot, and then it's gonna be me.
I was gonna say something about like road rage and shootings, but this is like a little mini story. Was we all have established, right, that you don't actually eat 2 spiders a month in your sleep. Like it's totally known that that's just fake. It's
I do it awake.
It's the right? It's the classic thing. So we were talking just about whatever, and so one of my coworkers was like, "Hey, did you guys hear that when you say?" And Dave and I both cut her off immediately. It was really hilarious. We're like, "Do it, say it, say the fact." She's like, "That you eat 2 spiders?" We're like, "No, that's wrong." She's like, "Really? I thought it was true." I was like, "No, you don't sit there and gobble up spiders." In the middle of the night, it's just a classic thing that goes awry. What'd Gabe say? I can see.
He said, I don't like Jeremy and I only come to the podcast to make fun of him. I'm just kidding. In Puerto Rico, you can get shot, crashed, or get pulled over and have your car stolen because of road rage. Some people here just don't give a damn. That sounds insane.
Dang.
And then Brad says, how does Carrie even fit into a Mini? Does she have a custom gas pedal?
I ride with the seat all the way back. Thank you very much.
And an extra large
There
brake.
is surprisingly room.
There's actually room, yeah. One time when I was in school still, I got out of the Mini, and a guy looked over at me. He was like, I didn't expect somebody your height to come out of that. I was like, well, I did, so.
Chris, you used her where you were playing Gran Turismo or whatever, and the Mini was too big for the miniature compact car class.
I don't like.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
How?
This is Gran Turismo 5. And yeah, the very first like unlockable circuit is the mini circuit, like for compact cars, right? The compact circuit.
You don't get much more compact than a Mini.
And I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna buy a Mini Cooper, right? So I spent all of my money buying and upgrading this Mini Cooper. I go to enter it, too big apparently for the compact car circuit.
How?
So now I had to go back and do a bunch of crappy races that I'd already done to earn more money to buy another car.
So what is it, a smart car that they want?
No, I think I ended up buying a Honda Civic or something.
Yeah.
A Mini is smaller than a Honda Civic, thank you.
Apparently,
not the 90s hatchbacks. Those things were tiny.
Yeah, you're talking like
Yeah, I
2
suppose.
seats and barely a bench seat.
You mean the ones from Fast and Furious?
Yes, those style ones. But the hatchbacks are really small.
Yeah, I should have gotten an Abarth.
Yeah,
That's
right.
a tiny car.
A what?
The Fiat Abarth.
Oh. Yeah,
That's
it's
a
tiny.
500, but the speed version.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hot hatch.
Yep.
Ooh, fancy.
Speaking of which, I know Gabe is super excited for Forza Horizon 5. Comes out this November.
One of my little patients was just super excited for that too.
It's one of the best racing games ever.
The sequel going to be Forza Horizon 5.
Nice try. Nice try. But yeah, the amount of people. There was another road rage incident too. But just there's another.
Well,
driving is so frustrating.
there's electric scooters now down in Canal. Chris hates them too. People,
In concept, I love them.
Right.
In execution, people just can't be trusted.
do you know how far
That's proof they can't.
I have seen those scooters up by my work. That's how far people take them. It's like, so does somebody have to go then and retrieve all of these scooters?
I saw the dude in the truck picking them up.
How rude can you be to be like, I'm gonna rent this
People
scooter
don't
and
give a crap.
it's
They're like, I paid my $1.99 or whatever it cost to rent them with the app.
Yep.
right.
They're like, I'm just gonna leave it wherever it's most convenient for me. It's gonna be like in a tree in somebody's front yard, and they won't care.
Seriously, it's so frustrating. But then like, they're driving the road. It's like, dude, you go like 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, you are not a road vehicle.
No, I can walk faster than you're scooting. Like, you know.
Okay, can we talk about bicyclists for a second?
Oh Lord, yeah.
Go for it.
We have bike lanes and stuff, some places, whatever, right? But so bikes need to decide whether or not they're going to be part of traffic or not.
Mm-hmm.
If you are going to be a part of traffic, if we have to stop, you have to stop.
Yep.
Yep.
If you're taking
Amen,
up a lane of
preach.
freaking traffic, you are now a member of this convoy. You have to
Yes.
obey all the same rules as me. If you're
Preach.
going to cut down the sidewalk, stay on the sidewalk only.
Yep.
Right? You get to pick one or the other. You don't get to have both.
Yep.
And that crap drives me insane. There's so many people, like, so Duluth's a big bike town. Fine, whatever,
Yep.
right? There's so many people that ride bikes that just don't give a crap. And they get, like, so they'll just block traffic by being in it, but as soon as it's inconvenient for them to be in traffic, then they'll cut down the sidewalk
Yep.
and start running pedestrians over. And it's like, all of you should have your bike licenses revoked and your legs amputated.
What drives me nuts is exactly the same thing, but when they choose to be car, and only go 15, and they don't move either. And
Yep.
it's like,
Yeah.
now you're inhibiting traffic. So
Yep.
unless you can bike the speed limit,
Yep.
get off the road. Or be in the bike lane.
Yeah, be in
Yep.
the bike lane. If there's a bike lane and you as a bicyclist are not in the bike lane, they should get ticketed.
Yep. Or run over.
It's so for you that listen that bike. We
Don't
love
be
you
a
guys,
jerk.
but
It's like they say. It's like if you drive like a butthole.
Yeah.
just think how you would feel if you were the biker, or if you were the driver with
Yeah.
the biker biking like that.
Gabe says he can't wait to beat Jeremy in his McLaren.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Dude, Gabe and I have played Forza 4 together. Not as much as we should have. 'Cause it wasn't
Who
really
normally
mainstream.
wins?
What?
Gabe would win.
He's got the full setup, doesn't he?
He does now.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely awesome. Feedback wheel and everything. Oh, man, it's so cool.
We should have him pack it up and bring it up here and install it in the
Yeah,
studio.
Gabe.
Right?
Just move to Minnesota.
Yeah,
There you go.
It's
it's
fine.
exactly like Puerto Rico, but
Yeah.
completely different.
It's
There's less
exactly
murder
like
and more mosquitoes.
it's exactly like Puerto Rico, just the exact opposite as in temperature too.
It's like closer to Iceland than Puerto Rico, to be completely honest. It's Puerto Rico with snowy winters and some snowy summers.
Right.
And that's true. It's beautiful up here, though. I mean, world's largest lake. Can you pass that up?
There is a VW dealership in the cities.
No, there's
There's
in
one in Duluth. A
Is it?
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen in
Yeah.
Duluth.
It's right across
Well,
from
apparently
Walmart.
there's one in Duluth.
It's across from Duluth Dodge.
Oh, I hate Duluth Dodge.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
For reasons that aren't car related.
I know. Well, got it. I know why. I know what it is. Why. But
Wait, who was asking about VW?
Gabe.
Oh.
What is
is
he
that
do?
what you work at a VW dealership? Is that what he works at?
Or do you drive a VW?
I think he does both.
Well, there you go, Gabe. You have a job up here.
drives a 67 Bug.
Just
No.
bring the entire Latin operations forces up here, and
Yep. You guys can all share an apartment.
Speaking of which, did
we have
Frankie-
space in the new studio, in the new area.
We're gonna
the
have to
new
charge a
building.
rent then.
Yep.
$10,000 a month.
Did Frankie have his baby yet?
Oh, I don't know, Gabe. Has Frankie had his baby? You're friends with him on Facebook. Actually, I think I am too.
I am now.
Wait, Frankie.
Yeah, he works and drives a VW.
Makes
That's
sense.
nice.
And that's some weird emoji that I don't know how to describe. It looks like maybe somebody drunk but sad. I don't know what that is.
That's typically what you are when you drive a Volkswagen. I'm only kidding. I like VW.
I don't think they're big enough.
Oh yeah, have you seen the SUVs are huge. It starts with a T. The
Tiguan?
Touareg.
Oh, Touareg?
that
I've
thing's
never been
massive.
in a Touareg.
They're
I
huge.
remember the first Touareg.
Is that
ad.
affordable? Is it something I can have?
No,
Hold
we
on.
cannot afford it.
Everything,
Hold on, let's
everything
look.
that comes out of Germany is 3 times as expensive to maintain.
That's
VW
true.
uses the BMW freaking like brake fluid and coolant and all that.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose.
on.
You'll have to get a second job to maintain it.
Oh, that's.
But I remember the original Touareg ad that came out in the United States was a bunch of people standing next to the thing reading the name badge and be like, Tuareg, like just trying to pronounce it. It's like,
Why
no,
would
it's
you name-
Touareg and it's going to be your next most favorite vehicle or something like that.
The interior's nice.
It reminds me of an old Mitch Hedberg skit.
Hot
It's
dang,
like,
look at.
Water, you're hard to read plants. Why would you make your plants hard to reach? I know what they look like. I was the one talking about how big they are.
But I know the interior's nice.
I know what. I'm the car guy.
Look at the interior of a new like Suburban. And that's gorgeous
I'm
too.
sure, but
Yeah.
I feel like isn't that kind of out of our price range?
No,
Yeah, everything
I feel like
is
the
out of your
Touareg.
price range.
Touareg
We're not
is-
buying a vehicle.
I think a Touareg and a Suburban are about the same,
Probably.
like the mid 50s starting range.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, it's better than me wanting a Denali.
no, you're not getting that either.
What's that awesome Jeep truck that just came out, like the Gladiator or whatever?
Oh wait, what? Oh, the Jeep.
Yeah. I hate everything Jeep has ever made except for this thing. I think it's called the Gladiator.
Hold on, looking it up. Oh yeah, the Jeep truck.
Yeah.
This thing.
Yep. That's
Nice.
what you should get.
Wait, you don't like
Every
Jeep
other Jeep
Wranglers
ever
or
manufactured is
anything?
garbage.
What?
The Liberty you bought was garbage.
Okay, that's true.
So
and
they-
they had the fix for it though now. Finally.
2 years later.
Yeah.
We got it back and turned it back.
Every Jeep ever manufactured has the same fatal flaw. They put their freaking wheel wells too far forward for anybody to be able to get in and out of the back seat that is not 110 pounds. It's like, so like, if you're going to buy a giant vehicle,
really
a giant freaking Jeep, and not be able to get people in and out of the back easily, you can go and throw your stupid dealership away because I hate you.
The rear axle's too far forward, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so the wheel well ends
so
that's why the
Yeah.
door has that round cutout, and then you're trying to get in and out, and you get like this much room to try and navigate that part of it. You basically have to jump in out of the seat sideways and then turn in.
You saw we
It's
had the
terrible.
opposite problem with our car. The roof slopes down too sharp, so it's really hard to get the baby in and out of the back because it bonk his head on the...
So when Walmart 19 first started and they were, you know, social distance, don't do anything. Mimi and I decided we were going to meet up in a parking lot, sit in the back of our vehicles, have coffee, talk, and stuff like that. Mimi opens up her trunk, sitting in hers just fine.
So
I open up the back of my trunk, and I'm like literally sitting like this because the opening of our thing isn't wide enough for me to sit up straight. And I mean, what's wrong with that?
It's because nobody has set an established bumper height, and so to be safe, it's like all the bumper heights now, rear bumpers are just much bigger than they used to be to have lowness for if a car hits you, but the highness for a truck hits you. So it's just like our bumper is like this wide in the back, and then you get like this much opening for the trunk. And it's a lift gate too, and that's what's crazy.
So,
It's really annoying though, because like it's hard to fit things into there, and I love my car, but there are things I would fix. I would make the back end taller, like bigger.
Brad says Touaregs are garbage, and he spelled it Toureggs.
Yes.
And he says, don't buy Jeep or GMC or VW or SUVs or trucks, Ford, Nissan, Dodge, or Toyota.
Is it?
And I was like, yes, DeLoreans only.
So what is he for? Teslas?
Well, so what would that leave?
We'd buy a Tesla.
What would that leave?
Because GM is technically Chevy and GM, but he said GMC.
Yeah, it says don't buy Jeep or GMC or VW SUVs or trucks. Ford, Nissan, Dodge, or Toyota, just at all, I guess. So what does that leave?
Ford, Nissan, Dodge, or Toyota?
Yeah.
BMW.
Mazda.
Honda.
Honda? I mean, I'm a big Honda guy.
Hyundai. Kia.
Hyundai is...
Hyundai owns Kia.
Do they?
South
Both of those
Korea.
are garbage.
South
So
Korea. They're very
Kia has come a
reliable.
long way.
They're
I've had like no problems
ridiculously
with my
reliable.
car.
It's unreal.
Except for your standard,
Subaru.
you know.
Is that what Brad said or somebody
no,
else?
that's what Ryan J. Thilmany says.
Oh.
I'm glad that you're
people who
joining
smoke-
in instead of coming down here and hanging out, you dick.
Is that a weed car?
Yeah, exactly. You do your...
That's an inside
Hey,
joke.
man, I'm
Oh,
like driving my Subaru right now.
Surprise. It's a hippie van. Hippie van's the...
Brad says, I own a Nissan SUV now. I just had a Fiat 500 electric lease for 3 years for commuting. Cool.
Dude, that's awesome. An electric Fiat?
I was saying if you do buy a truck or SUV... Oh, if you do buy a truck or SUV, it should be Ford, Nissan, Dodge, or Toyota.
Got it. Well, I mean,
Toyota
Toyotas run
4Runner
forever,
would be
yeah.
pretty sick.
They run forever.
Toyota 4Runner is also an SUV, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's saying...
I'd drive a 4Runner, I think.
FJs are pretty sick.
Actually, no, I wouldn't drive a 4Runner just because my old boss that I really don't like drove a 4Runner.
He's got a 5Runner. You'll be fine.
Right? I think the Jeep 4x4, I think. I like the Jeep 4x4.
A Wrangler?
Is that what it's... Was that what it
The
is?
pants.
It doesn't look like a
That
Wrangler.
hasn't changed body style in 27 years.
Didn't look like a... I don't know, maybe... I don't know.
What Jeep are you talking about?
Every
I don't know, just
Jeep is terrible. Can we just say that?
Jeep Wranglers are fun.
No, they're
My
awful.
coworker just bought a 2013 Stormtrooper Edition Jeep Wrangler.
It's sick.
The only thing good
It's
about it is that it's white.
Sick.
Yep.
It's amazing.
The
It's
grill
got
looks super cool.
it does, and then on the side is a
I bet you
Stormtrooper.
it rides like crap, and nobody can fit in the back seat though.
I mean, you don't buy a Wrangler to have people in the back
No, you
seat.
really don't.
It's just a two-person. You might as well
Yeah.
call it a coupe.
So she's gonna remove the Stormtrooper helmet on the side and put Darth Vader's helmet there instead. but then on the other side it says Stormtrooper, and through the middle of it says Wrangler. It's super cool. I'm super jealous. She's like, it's really old though, so I mean, it's only 8 years old, but she's like, it's really old, so it's got crank windows.
That's fine, and it's not that. That's a Jeep thing.
Yeah, I mean, the Liberty that I had,
Sometimes
it had crank windows.
Crank windows are fine.
No, they're not.
They're fine.
They're not.
They don't break as much as electric windows.
Yeah, but they also cause you to have arm fatigue constantly. So here's the thing. Here's what happens, right? We both pull up into a parking spot next to each other, right?
Yep.
And you're like, okay, I'm going to open up this raid in a second, right? Do you think I'm going to lean across and crank that stupid window down? Hell
We used
no.
to.
The reason we live in the future and not in crank window times is because of the crank windows. That's why we live now.
Yeah.
Swanky says Wranglers are fun if you want to make your own trail while camping. See, the easy solution is don't go camping. Actual Jeeps, like the real Jeep, is good, but they're way overcharged and gas mileage is garbage. I agree with that.
The prices.
All the other Jeeps are just over. Yeah, so
Wrangler pricing is out of this world.
Yeah.
I make ads for Jeep places. I know every single stupid ass Jeep that gets made, right? All of them are terrible except for the Gladiator.
Yeah.
But no, all of them are like, I get it. There's like people that have way too much money and want to pretend like they go outside.
Right.
So they buy a Jeep, right?
Yep.
But there's like, there's a certain level of practicality that I appreciate in a vehicle, right? Mm-hmm. I drive a 2003 Buick LeSabre. It gets pretty decent gas mileage. You can actually fit people inside of it. There's enough room in the trunk. The insurance is low.
The trunk is huge.
The insurance is cheap, and parts for it are readily available. Right? It's like, if someone, like, here's some consumer advice for people. If you're going to buy a vehicle, the first thing you should do is go onto YouTube and search for repair videos for your vehicle, right? Like how to change a headlight, how to change the oil, all this stuff, right? 80% of new vehicles, you can't do any of that stuff. There's the Ford Fusion. You have to take off the front tires to change the headlights.
Yep. A lot of cars.
You have to go through the wheel wells
Yeah.
to disconnect the thing that's holding the headlight assembly in to take them out.
Yep.
Right?
I used to do it. I worked at AutoZone. People come in and expect you to do those ones.
There's
And you're like,
there's
no, you can. Sometimes you can crank the wheel all the way one way. And
if you got skinny arms, you can get it. But
some of them have like 2 clips inside the wheel well. You got to push down and flip a little door down, and then you can reach your hand in, and then you can get to the twisty part.
Why would they do that?
Because
There's no
engineers
room.
don't care.
Yeah, there's no room for the
So,
designs.
this is a twofold thing. So if you're gonna buy a vehicle and you like the vehicle and you're okay with the thing, just save it as a playlist. So you just have automatic reference to how to do these repairs.
Yep.
But then also you can see like what things are easy and not easy to fix on it, and what you're willing to do and not do. Because if you don't want to change the light bulb yourself and you just go to a place to do it, they're going to charge you $50 extra just to change a bulb.
They sure will.
Right? Or it's like if changing the oil is a pain in the butt, instead of it being a $50 oil change, it's a $150 oil change.
Right.
So it's like so Jeep is an offender in almost every category for some of these things. Their parts are really, really expensive. If you go to a dealership, they charge more than any other dealership except for like freaking Toyota. And they over-engineer the least useful things. Like a Jeep Compass is the worst vehicle ever created. I'm sorry, I'm very passionate about how much I dislike Jeeps. And
Jeep away.
And I know so many people that love Jeeps so much, they're just like, I don't care if it's a feature, not a bug. It gives it charm. No, it doesn't. It makes your life horrible. There's a lot of messages coming in that are probably totally debunking all the things that I'm saying.
People who say it's a feature, not a bug, just do that so they don't cry themselves to sleep.
Yeah, they have to justify to themselves, like, well, at least it's a Jeep.
Yep.
Okay, what do we got here?
Did you chug a lot of this?
If you're going off-roading, the regular Jeeps are pretty dope. Pull the doors and the roof off.
The Wrangler, yeah.
Brad says, "Oh God, don't get me started. Do I really need to take the engine out to change my oil?"
Yep.
Swanky, there's some cars where you do got to drop the engine to change the spark plugs. I had a car like that, and I needed to do the spark plugs, and I sold it instead of changing the spark plugs.
Some of the Fords, you need to pull the whole cab off to change the spark plugs.
Yep. They compact everything to the point where you got to fully take your car apart to fix it. They do it on purpose, so yeah, the dealers make more money. And like I feel like it's been proven. I can't say 100%, But there is a cabal that's like, we're going to make this so you have to take it to a dealership to have the service done. So instead of paying a local mechanic $80, you have to pay the dealership $500.
There's something about keeping the mechanics at the dealerships because there's a lot of sales that happen while people are waiting for maintenance at the dealership. Believe it or not. It's guaranteed foot traffic.
Yeah, if you're tired of bringing your car to the dealership, you just buy a different one.
Yep. If you repair, like if you're dreading it because your repair bill's super expensive, they'll be like, oh, we'll cover the cost of the repair and give you trade-in, and you can just buy this new vehicle. That's why they want you to come in, so that they can sell you a new car.
Yep.
You know, that's what it is. They make all of their money on used vehicles. Very little on new vehicles.
So that said, everything that Buick has made in the last 10 years is absolute garbage, too. I don't want to come across as somebody who only likes Buicks. I have had a lot that are good. After 2005, they have not made a good vehicle. So everything Buick's ever touched since they got rid of the 3.8 engine has just been garbage.
Chris is an old 3800 fan.
It's the best engine in the universe. It doesn't need oil. I know. Brad says the guys you talk to at dealers and the parts and service areas are all salesmen now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly that. Yep. Oh, just trade it in. Trade it in.
There's a classic problem with this year, so they fixed it. And if you buy a 3-year model 2 years newer, it'll be totally fine.
The one I always see is, oh, that car is extremely hot right now. We'll give you top dollar for it. And then they like make you feel like you're going to get all this money in the world and you're not going to. Speaking of car repairs, I am at my wits' ends with we're calling to have you deal with your car's extended warranty.
Oh
spam
my
phone calls.
gosh.
That phone call's been around for 20 years.
Well, I mean,
I get so many of them though.
I feel like spam calls have been around forever, but the extended warranty call has just been out of control the past 2-ish years. Like,
okay, yeah, fair enough.
Mind-bogglingly out of control, and I don't get anything else anymore. I don't get like.
I get your credit card may be compromised all the time, and I don't even have a credit card.
Yeah, I only get the extended warranty. So I Google searched, like, I'm on the do not call list, which
means nothing.
Nothing. I agree. It's absolutely nothing. And so I was like, Google, and I was like, all right, finally, how do I stop cars extended call list? And there was like 5 things you can do to stop extended warranty call list.
I bet you that website has 500 million hits.
Right.
What was frustrating to me is none of them helped. So the tips were, don't answer. I already don't answer. I don't want the call. And
They think the problem is you're getting suckered by this?
Yeah.
Don't answer and you won't get ripped off.
I put on a block list, and maybe that's why I don't get a lot of the other calls, because anytime it's spam, I add it to a block list. My block list is probably megabytes, and we're talking about bits of information.
Here, just a quick detour from what you were saying. I had this happen to me again yesterday, where I get a phone call, like random, like local number or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I gotta answer it because it could be like a client or something, whatever. Pick it up, and the guy's like, yeah, hello, you just called me, and I was like, oh, spam call, somebody, because they can clone your number, they can just mask their number with it, whatever. So like, it's hard to actually maintain a block list because you might be blocked. I haven't encountered it yet, but I'm waiting for the day somebody gives me their phone number and it's on my block list from being a spam call.
Right.
You know, so it's like that'll happen eventually. If it I'm sure that it's happened to somebody.
Right.
But it's like, so it makes it hard, especially if somebody's using those local numbers. Like, I'm glad that like when the phone rings and it just says spam risk, it's easy to just hit ignore and block or whatever, right? But like that's 5% of all of the freaking nonsense calls that come in. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take away.
Oh yeah, no. It's like it was really annoying because this website was like, don't answer them. And I don't want them anymore. I don't want it to take, because it's like I've got so many things that I like get called about. I don't want that call to be the one that comes through. And it's like I block them all, and it's just a different number every time. It's unbelievable.
I'm waiting for the day, actually. So speaking of like getting blocking somebody that you end up getting their phone number for later, I'm waiting for the day somebody uses my phone number to spam call you, and it's like, have you talked about your deal or your extended warranty for your vehicle? And you're like, no.
I did get one the other day that wasn't extended warranty because I answer my phone most of the time.
I don't. If it's a number I don't know, they can leave me a voicemail, and I will determine from there if I want to talk to them. If they don't leave me a voicemail, it wasn't important enough to talk to me.
Some of us aren't
bye.
fancy like Kate, where you can screen our calls all the time.
Right? Some of us, we need to answer the phone.
You don't need to answer the phone.
I got a lot of irons in the fire.
Yep.
No, Jeremy doesn't need to answer the phone. It'll be like phone call incoming from Timbuktu and wherever.
that guy-
You think I do my
Jeremy's
banking?
like, oh, well, I should answer
You're like,
this.
oh,
Hello.
Insurance quotes, banking information.
Yeah, it's like, here's the thing. A Timbuktu office might be
Okay.
where they outsourced that phone center to.
Right.
Okay, but this is prior to buying this building. Much prior. Because Jeremy will look at it and be like, it's
He's
a
got-
1888 number. And he's like, hello. Hi, we're here to talk to you about your extended work. Beep. And it's like, I could have told you that was spam.
I might be calling him from a 1888 number.
Could have been. Okay, so Cat Stevens did a really, really good thing on this.
Bit?
Yeah, a bit. And it's hilarious. And he said, when you get the wrong number, white people are absolutely the funniest. So he's like, you call a white person with the wrong number, and they're like, oh, it's a 6, not a 7. Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Yep. Oh, if you don't get a hold of them, call me back. We'll figure this out. Like, you know, and it's so funny. It's like, that's kind of, like people call me, because we talked about this before.
Yeah.
My number used to be 1 digit away from the library, and then that number was also very similar to Pizza Hut. So I get calls for the Pizza Hut and the library, and it's like, oh no, that's 1553 versus 1351 or whatever.
What I hate is when you get a phone call, they're like, hi, is Kathy there? And I'm like, no, Kathy, I have this number. Are you sure?
That chaps my butt.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there's not a Kathy here. I think I would know.
You know what?
Like,
Kathy gave you a fake number because you're stupid.
right? It's like, oh my gosh.
I have also gotten that, and it is very frustrating.
It is. It's like, I'm not stupid. I would
And
know
it
if there was
catches
a
you off guard, and they're
Kathy
the
here.
one who dialed the wrong number, and they're like,
Yeah.
are you sure? Because then they go a step further, and they say, I called 1722, and it's like, yeah, this is 1721.
Yep.
Right? It's like,
It's like, I just called this number yesterday and he answered. Obviously
yeah,
not.
right?
Yeah.
Right? I've gotten that before, too. It's like,
Yeah.
don't be stupid.
I got a couple of comments here. Back to the car maintenance.
I love car
Swanky said, I always fix my own cars after a dealership repair issue, putting on my brakes wrong. Thankfully, Jag was more than willing to get involved.
Nice.
Brad says, I told the guy right from the start, if you nickel and dime me and ask to replace the filters and caps, whoop, oh my gosh, and fluids, I refuse to give you a good review. That's probably
There you go.
Here, just say Kathy says she hates you now and never call again.
Wait, what?
Just
Say Kathy hates you now. Don't call this number.
Just start some drama. Come on, Kathy
Right?
doesn't speak to me anymore. And then Kathy's wondering, like, wonder why Joanne doesn't call me anymore.
Right?
Oh, just start some stuff.
Kathy says she never wants to see your ugly face ever again. Bye.
And that blouse is terrible.
That lipstick is not your shade.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's Jeremy's shade, though.
So, Derek has showed me many things about like Snapchat and all the things that younger kids
Tick
are
and
into.
talk.
And the tick and the talk, yeah, and all that stuff. And so the new one that he showed me, and Wyatt thought it was absolutely hilarious, but he prank called his dad. And there's a website now, and you get 3 phone calls for free, and then it's like $5 a prank call after that. But the technology has come so far on these prank call things now. So it's a script, and then you, as the pranker, you fill out the script. So when the prank call calls, it's smart enough to not trigger the response until the person speaks on their line, and then it records the whole conversation. So Wyatt pranked his dad, and he played it back for me, and it was like 2.5, almost 3 minutes. If anybody ever did that to me, I would legitimately loathe them. It was
What's
so
the name of this
frustrating.
website?
Yeah, right. So it calls it up, and it sounds like just this jerk. Hey man, you hit my car, and then it's Wyatt's dad. What? Yeah, man, you left a note with your number or whatever. And he's like, I didn't hit your car, man. So he's like, why is there, and then that's the script. Why is there silver paint all over it? And it just nails it. It doesn't even sound fake. It sounds real.
Funny.
And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, do you drive a silver car? And then he's like, no. And then Wyatt looks at me, he's lying. His car is actually absolutely silver, so he knows it. And so then he's like, I didn't hit your car, man. And so then the prank call goes, well, I'm down at the DMV, and I'm down here at the Duluth DMV. You better get down here. We're going to settle this. Otherwise, I'm going to report you. And so he's like, his dad goes, do I have to come down there and kick your butt? And he's like, man, you left your number. Why would you leave your number if you didn't hit my car? I'm going to call the cops. And he goes through the script, and he's like, gets even, better. He goes, I'll also call your insurance company, Liberty Mutual, because Wyatt put his dad's insurance company in there.
That's
oh my
hilarious.
gosh, this is mean.
Yeah, it's so mean. And the worst part is it records it all. So people have done it to Brooke, I guess, and they recorded it and have done it to Brooke, and then Wyatt did it to his dad. And it's like, that's brutal. That's really brutal.
Like, our prank calls when we were younger were nothing like
Is
that.
your refrigerator running?
Right?
Better go catch it.
Right?
Or it was just, you call it as soon as, hello, click.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Got you good.
Wasted 8 seconds of your day.
Yep.
Well, so it was more annoying when you had to get up to get the phone, but now it's just like, hello? Oh.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, good. I'm in northern Minnesota and I didn't have to talk to anybody. Great.
Yeah.
Yep, good. So yeah, anyways, this ad, and then it just ends with you can hit a button at any time and it changes the voice to you've been pranked by so and blah blah blah. So Wyatt finally backed out when his dad was threatening to drive down there. And
Oh, so he was listening to the call?
yeah, you do it, and then the script goes. You fill out the script, and it'll robocall it. But then it also saves the transcript, so then you can just end it whenever you want. But you only get 3 of them, and then it's $5.
But so how did he? So, but wouldn't he have had to do it live to know that his dad was gonna freak out?
Well, yeah. Well, he did. So it's like you put the number in, you fill out the script, then it plays you it. So he's hearing it live as it goes.
That's the question that I had.
Yeah.
Is how is he cutting this off if he can't? If it's only a record?
Yeah.
The way that it sounded was it just happened out in
Yeah.
the ether, and then it sent him this recording.
No, you follow it along as it's happening, and then you just you can punch out
Oh,
because
okay.
if they were to actually you wouldn't want to let him actually call the police. Oh hey, this guy's calling me. He's down at the Minnesota DMV or the Duluth DMV, and in a blue car and saying
Right.
I scratched him. You don't want it to go that far,
Yeah.
so you can
Do they have one that's less confrontational but still annoys people? Because it sounds
look.
in concept.
What's the name of the website?
Just look up prank phone call website. I'm sure you'll find something.
It sounds fun, but I don't want somebody to get agitated in that. I'd rather be oh, you won $1 million. Oh, I didn't enter a lottery. It's it's blah 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 down at the local convenience store.
Oh, is
something
it
where it's
app?
you get them excited and then you yank it away instead of making them really mad and then still mad, but it's not real.
Right. There's probably a bunch, but
Oh, it looks like it's an app.
what's that one? Is it 3 free calls and $5 afterwards?
Well, I don't.
Is it called 3 free prank
Let me
phone calls and
see
then $5 afterwards? App.net.
Is it look like there's scripts?
You hit my car.
That's
Yep.
that's the one. Yep.
So here's the ones.
Oh,
There's
brutal.
you got the drugs.
Oh yes.
Oh,
That would work on Ryan.
Why you call my boyfriend?
oh man.
Snapchatting my girl.
That doesn't it doesn't affect me at all.
You hit my car. Secret crush. Free iPhone 8s.
That's a little bit old at this point.
Show you the way. It's got not tails.
Knuckles.
Knuckles. The really weird looking knuckles. Mexican order STD clinic.
Oh, this is the STD. So you see the script? This is the STD clinic calling. Your test results came back. We need you to come down. This is the wrong number. No, is this? And then it would read off their
Yeah,
name.
at the Duluth clinic.
Yep.
How terrifying. I'd be like, I didn't come down for any tests, so I don't know what. Your dog pooped in my yard. That one's funny.
That one is funny.
Made my sister cry. Found your number in a stall.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of options.
John Cena. Loud sexual noises. I buy dog for a restaurant.
That sounds a little racist.
It definitely is. Definitely is.
We didn't make this website.
We didn't. Why you calling me? Credit card fraud. There's a lot. Why you call my girlfriend? Lost phone. Ordered taxi car. Indian tech support. Stay away from my girl. It
That's
goes
gotta
on
be the
and
one. You hit
on
my
and
car is related
on.
to his dad.
Brad says Beverly Hills Cop style herpes simplex 7.
Is
it like an example video?
Here.
I caught your dog taking a crap on my front lawn. I got your number off its collar. You know, you better come pick up your little rat by the end of the day. I freaking hate animals, especially dogs. You have until 5 p.m. is my dinner time. Listen, you come pick him up or I'm turning your dog into meatballs for my spaghetti. I don't have time to wait around. I better see you soon.
And so it won't talk in dialogue exchange until you talk. And when it's done, it'll talk again. It was way too good for what it was. It was unbelievable.
Should text him and see if we can send the recording.
We probably can.
Anyway. Did you want to hear
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
That's very interesting.
It is unbelievable.
Is Rise the Podcast becoming a prank channel?
No.
I would feel too bad about 90%.
I would too.
It's like people that do pranks like unabashedly. It's like you are a psychopath.
I've already
He's gotta do it someone you don't like.
I love the one. I think it's super funny, but Kara said she would murder me if I did it. When the guy dresses the doll up to look like their kid, and
Jeremy would die.
He like trips and drops it off the balcony.
Oh my goodness.
So he like trips and drops the doll, and the mom screams and runs down the stairs, and it's just a doll, and the real kid is safe. Like, it's so funny. But
like the traumatizing aspect is the part that I don't want.
Right, I know.
Like that's why I said like the lottery thing. If you're like, Carol, we won $1 billion, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy so many useless shoes.
No, if Jeremy did that though, I'd probably have to go through therapy.
So here's what we do, Jeremy. You give Chip to me.
Right?
And I'm like, I've never held him. Whoa!
You guys are never allowed near my child.
How am I going to teach him to be manly if I'm not allowed near him?
I was a tomboy growing up. It's fine.
Not the same. He needs a lot of Y chromosomes.
If you ever did that, I mean, couples therapy would be in the future.
What if I did it? Would it be like triples therapy, or would you just not talk to me
Rise the
anymore?
Podcast probably wouldn't be a thing anymore.
You don't mess with Chip, I guess.
You do not mess with my child.
When the chips are down.
Who do you call?
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
Yep. Any other
Just leave my little bean alone. I
chats
love
up
him
there?
so much.
No. Yeah, you guys, let me know about pranks that you guys have done in the comments. I am curious.
Yeah.
My dad and I used to kind of prank each other back and forth, but
Did he ever drop you off a balcony and then replace you with a doll?
no, but like,
Didn't you take your watch off one time when you were working
don't
on
even
a
get me
car?
started about that one. That one drives me nuts.
Jeremy took his watch off while working on a car. And Jerry came over and he saw that Jeremy had recklessly taken off his watch to work on the vehicle.
It wasn't, so I didn't want to.
Wasn't this in your own garage?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he thought it was gonna get stolen, so then
In Jeremy's own garage.
So then he took it.
Yep, to teach Jeremy a
Well,
lesson.
he's right. It did get stolen.
Yeah. Exactly.
I would have been.
I do remember this story.
Oh, it makes me angry.
Swanky says, I don't do pranks, I do revenge. You, Kara, Fire Nation people.
It's true. It's true.
You know what I want to do now is I want to rig up a bunch of those confetti cannons to like your door, so you open it, you just get blasted by confetti.
I used to do a lot of pranks at work. We've talked about that. Air horn under the chair.
That's funny.
Zip tying the nozzle so when you turn the sink on, it sprays you.
I did that to Jeremy one time. He got so mad.
Which one?
The zip tied to the nozzle. I did that when we were in Hawthorne, and the level of angry that came from Jeremy was exponential. It was
Where did you learn about that prank, Kara?
It's like the oldest prank in the book.
It was.
No. The cling wrap over the toilet's the oldest prank in the book.
Okay, well, it's the second oldest prank in the book. Who doesn't know to put a zip tie or rubber band or something over the sprayer?
Didn't know you were such a prankster.
You have
It's
to
just
watch
like
your back now, Jeremy.
Common knowledge. But Jeremy got real angry. Like, real angry.
I don't have time for that in my life.
And then
I'm a little bit damp. This is unpleasant.
one time Jeremy was checking was it the oil? I don't know. He was
That
checking
one made me
something.
real
Made
angry
him
too.
so angry.
Oh man.
I thought it was hilarious.
It is not
Jeremy
funny.
was checking the oil in my car, and so while he was sitting there,
Her car.
I honked the horn.
Oh, that would make me really mad too.
It made
It's
me
so
so-
loud under there.
Look at how much she's laughing. Chris, I was mad.
It
It's
was so
10
bad.
times louder underneath there, and then you jerk.
Yeah.
So all your muscles tighten up. It's like, no wonder I have a bad back.
Yeah.
It's from the rapid expanse I had while I was under the hood.
You know what you should do? The
so
next time
funny,
Kara's
though.
doing anything, you should just blast a horn really loud at her.
She inadvertently pranked me today. We put Queen on the radio this morning, and when I walked outside, it ended on like a
this
slower,
was not
quiet
me
song.
at all.
It ended on like a slower. So I like walked out and I heard Queen. I walked back in. It was completely quiet.
It was changing songs.
And it was so it was changing songs. I come back in and I bend over like to grab something off the counter, and I'm kind of right by it's on the speaker. I'm kind of right by the speaker, and then it goes
It's We Will Rock You, so it's
yeah. So all of a sudden I hear boom boom and on a crappy speaker. It sounds like the speaker's blown out.
Yeah.
If you've heard that. So I'm just like, I bend over and all of a sudden I hear, I'm like, what in the, and then it was like, and then when I heard the, then I was like, oh, it's Queen. I forgot they were on the radio, but it legitimately scared me. I like jumped.
oh, poor Jeremy.
Oh,
Prez's inadvertently pranking is not a thing.
that's what she did. She inadvertently pranked me.
Queen was on when you left. It's not like I was like,
Real,
Alexa, stop music. And then the moment I hear Jeremy come in, Alexa, start playing We Will Rock You by Queen.
At volume 1,000,000.
and that's the worst. Her car inadvertently pranks us. It's the worst. So she has hands-free, Bluetooth.
Oh my gosh,
In her
this
car.
is annoying.
If you're on a phone call, the only way you can hear
It's
if
cranking
it's
the volume.
to max. It goes to
Yep.
like 51 and then 52 is max. You go to max. If you end the phone call, it goes back to the radio volume. If you shut the car off before ending the phone call, it stays at max. But then when your phone's gone and it's not disconnected to Bluetooth and you come back the next day and start the car, the radio will start at 52. So you'll leave and you come back to the car and turn it on and it's just it's so bad. Like you sound like you're gonna blow the speakers.
The
up every
other
time.
annoying thing is, it remembers, like, say you are in the car, you're listening to your radio at normal volume. If you get a phone call, it will play at max volume.
The
so
ringtone will.
I had, I don't remember what the ringtone was. I think it was one of the Star Wars ringtones. It was like Vader, like the Imperial March or something. Full volume in my car. So I was like, bum, bum, bum. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I just use
Yep.
classic ring.
I can't imagine having that though. I mean, so then for a while.
You know what's weird? So, because like you get used to your ringtones, like when you hear it, it's like you kind of think it's like, oh, my phone's ringing,
Yeah.
right? So because it's like classic phone, if you watch a movie made before like 1993,
Yeah.
every time a phone rings, I'm like, it's like, oh, it's in the movie.
Jeremy's ringtone is toss a coin to your Witcher. From Witcher.
Well, now it's Space Unicorn.
No, for you. Your
When I
ringtone on my
call,
phone.
It play. Oh, Kara's got custom ringtones for different people.
I don't have enough time to give a crap about that.
I do. During Christmas, my ringtone changes to Christmas stuff.
Interesting.
My text tone and my ringtone.
We're just different, Chris.
Yeah, I literally care so little.
I'm a
it's
woman.
Just,
You
what I
guys
could
are
see?
men.
I could see your ringtone being Gravity Falls theme song.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
so here's the thing. I hate getting phone calls, so I don't want to associate something that I hate with a sound that I like.
That's true.
A moment ago, somebody said, Amazon device, prank Jeremy the rest of the year.
It was really funny. He didn't need that. Last week he just had to message Kara and say, pinch my cheek.
That's right.
Brad says, I use the me so horny ringtone. Swanky says, mine is the synth Star Wars song from Regular Show. I love Regular Show. It's so
Mark
good.
Hamill's in that.
He skips.
Yep.
Mordecai, Rigby, what are you doing? That's
Yep.
what Skip sounds like.
Ooh, I'm down to 250.
Oh, geez, Kara.
What?
Hard flex on us.
Yeah.
Jeremy's like, dang it, I'm not gonna be able to do my raid. It's already over.
Kara's going to get in and then not catch it.
I am gonna catch.
It's
a
gonna be shiny, and you're gonna not
Landorus.
catch it.
You shut your dirty mouth.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, you're gonna throw a ball, it's gonna insta break and then just run, even though it can't.
No, you shut your dirty mouth, Chris.
Swanky says, anyone down for a round of quartz parchment shear?
Ah,
Brad says, someone called me when I was in the grocery store line. I let it go on for like a minute.
just to hear your song, jam out to it. It's so annoying. So by our house, we don't have any reception. So it's like if we're in the grocery store, like I'll call Karen and be like, "What was I supposed to get?" And it just doesn't work because we don't have any reception in there.
Because you're using the drug dealer phone company.
T-Mobile, according to Chris, it's only for drug dealers.
It is. It was
Oh, 'cause
invented
the
for drug
burner.
dealers and
Yeah.
it's used by drug dealers. I'm sorry to
'Cause the
let you know
burner.
this, Kara. You guys are drug dealers.
Shh, don't tell
They're
anyone.
just so much cheaper than everybody else.
Because
Chips are
drug
mule.
dealers are all about saving money. They're entrepreneurs. They gotta cut costs where they can.
Well, it's like people who wanted to buy Kara's lamps from her garage sale. They probably have T-Mobile.
No, they
Because
could
they're
not
drug
have.
dealers.
They had Sprint,
This phone service,
and then they got sucked into T-Mobile.
this phone bill is $15. Would you take $1?
That's why phone companies don't say pay whatever you want when they come in.
Right.
$195.
Oh, come on. You don't need to keep. We don't need.
Nobody
minute by
cares.
It
minute.
literally dropped 55 spots.
Chris, take us to leaks, please.
Okay. Blah.
Are there leaks?
This is the time each week where we talk about leaks.
Each week.
That we go. What? Get out of here with your air quotes. Air quotes were so 6 episodes ago.
If we're Jeremy, we air quote everything. Everything.
Stop
we're
air
Jeremy.
quoting. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Lordy.
All right, because we are a Star Wars podcast, occasionally we do need to talk about Star Wars, and what better way to learn about Star
It was
Wars
very
than going to the
Marvel-y
least reputable site on the universe, r/Star Wars leaks. All right, so there's a new Hera poster for the Bad Batch. Spoiler, I guess.
Spoiler. Yeah, that's definitely a spoiler.
Uh-huh.
There's more pics from the Andor set in Scotland.
Ooh.
It's gonna be good. I'm gonna like it. Sometimes I just like having things be surprised. Like, I want to just go into that with a clean slate.
Mm-hmm.
The Mandalorian earned 24 Emmy nominations.
When are the Emmys this weekend?
I have no idea. Nobody cares.
I would assume if the nominations just got out this week, I would assume then the Emmys would be this weekend. Tomorrow.
That seems a little close to me. September 20th or 19th.
Oh my goodness, way off.
Well, because you got to
2
plan,
months.
you got to rent your tuxedo, you got to practice your pretentious speech.
It's true. Mandalorian's gonna do a clean sweep. Just kidding.
That'd be insane.
Okay. We should have people vote on Rise of the Podcast who they think is going to win
If
each.
we had a legit nice website, I would say sure.
Yeah, Jeremy. We had a nice website.
Do it on Discord. Just have
Yeah,
everything.
Swanky, do a bunch of work for us.
Well,
Make a
no,
poll.
I need
Dang,
to.
that is so
Yes,
queen-like of
Swanky.
Kara.
I am the queen of the server. Like,
Demote you to Rancor of the server.
do what I say or I'll eat you. I'll kill you. I'm a rancor.
That sounds like Kara. So.
Yep.
Who's Darth Krall?
I have no
KROLL.
Krall.
Oh. It might be a Legends.
Comic thing.
Oh, it's comics.
Anime Star Wars visions will include What Became of the Jedi, a rock opera, and more. I don't know what that
A
means.
rock opera?
This
I
isn't.
suppose.
Phantom of the Opera is a rock opera.
This isn't
I
Star
think.
Wars related.
Yeah.
But did you guys see like the anime Marvel thing that's coming out?
No.
It's like a retelling of the Avengers story and all the Marvel stories so far, but they changed things and it's all anime.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks really good. They shared it on Latin Operation Forces page.
Ooh. You know, I do get a lot of my pop culture info from you guys, if Gabe's still here. Latin Operation Forces, you guys fill me in.
He came in, made fun of Jeremy, and left, probably. At a press conference in Tokyo on Wednesday, the directors of each episode of the Star Wars Vision spoke in depth about the anime series, revealing new details about the 9 different stories in the anthology.
That's
It will include entries from revered Japanese anime studios such as Production IG and Studio Trigger, as well as blah, blah, blah. Each episode will offer a different take on the Star Wars series, with some set within the existing timeline and others that are more loosely connected. The preview video looked so sick. It's on the Discord. Speaking of Discord, if you want to join our Discord, there's a link in the description. I'm on there sometimes. Kara's never been on there.
I have to.
No, Kara checks during the podcast each week.
That doesn't count.
She pops in.
We're already taking up your time by you being here, so you can't be like, oh, I'm on Discord while we're doing the podcast. You have to go on at least one time during the
No, that would actually be funny.
I'm the queen. I don't have time for this.
You're so
Let's see here.
Just
I
kidding.
don't know what that is. Looks like money. The Social Justice Awards. I don't know what's going on either, Swanky. Somebody tell me what's happening in chat, because I can't tell. Anyway, so there's not really too much going on for Star Wars other than that. Mandalorian, again, people really like. No Star Wars at EA Play.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I know.
A year off from, I was reading about that. They're taking a year off from.
I don't know how EA became such a trash company.
I don't know.
They used to be like the best.
They used to make all like the best stuff, and now they're just like, we just want piles of money.
Squadrons and Fallen Order were fine.
So wait a second, they're
fine
taking a year.
shouldn't be the
fine
benchmark.
as in, I've already exhausted my excitement about them when they were new, and now that they're not new, I can't get work back up to be the excited level.
They took a year off of what?
Advertising at EA or at E3.
Okay, when is Star Wars Lego coming out? Skywalker Saga.
Still unannounced.
It's sometime next year.
Wasn't it supposed to come out
This
last
spring.
year?
It was supposed to come out in end of 2019, wasn't it? Then it got pushed into early 2020, and then it got pushed to 2021.
Yeah. I think it was. Just
I'm off by a year. It's supposed to come out at the end of
Uh-oh.
2020, and
Yeah.
then it's been pushed forward. It was supposed to. Or no, it was supposed to be middle 2020, then end, and then whatever.
Okay, well maybe it's a good thing that it's coming out a little later because Chip is going to be older.
You're not gonna be able to play it with him.
Not with him. Put him to bed and then I'll come downstairs and we can.
Dang it!
Ah,
Sorry, blasted my mic.
I should not use punctuation because all the punctuation are hotkeys for things.
that's so funny.
So, Swanky says, Yumi Kara hasn't even checked to see her animated self in the Star Wars vision yet on Discord.
Wait, what?
See,
Yeah,
she's
see?
logging in right now.
I said, no, she's the worst.
I'm not the worst. Where
You
is
are
it?
the worst. We've been talking about this for 2 days and you haven't seen it.
Worst.
She has no. Kara does not care about the fans.
I do care. Do I have any fans? Really?
You
I
at
mean-
at least one, or you used to. Now they're on Team Brownie,
That's a pie chart.
blasting off at the speed of light.
Why is my thing? It's Discord is not loading.
Well, it would load faster if you actually opened it.
This is what's coming up.
See, because I've used Discord on this phone once before, it'll actually open when I decide that I want to look at it.
Okay, so this is. Wait, what is this? Arena Shard Chat, DuluCon. That's Rise Podcast among Lab and Arena Rise Podcast. There it is. What am I supposed to be looking at? There's nothing new in here.
How's there nothing new in there?
I don't know, everything else has a number by it showing that there's a
Let me
message
see it.
I haven't seen.
Well, your
It's
phone's
in the
right.
Mos Eisley Cantina subsection. It's right here. I found it already. It took me 2 seconds because I've actually
It's
been
not,
in here
my
before.
thing's not loading.
Most convenient answer.
Well, your phone's running like poop.
See?
So the thing is, the more you open an app, the faster it loads.
You know what?
So you don't ever open it.
Like Discord's great, but I feel like I've got a bad relationship with it because it's
Tell everybody
what-
why you hate the fans, Kara.
not the fans. Being a part of Galaxy of Heroes, they love using Discord, and so they're constantly bombarding me, or not me specifically, but like General Shard, you know. And so it's constantly like, do this in Territory War, do this in Galactic
Kara,
War.
You lost your place in line, and now you're 2,428.
What?
Did it go that quickly?
It booted her out when she opened Discord.
Oh, really?
Why would
Yeah.
it boot me out when I
Because
went to
it can only
Discord?
hold so many apps in the background, and Discord takes too much RAM, so it whipped out Poke Genie.
Well, I'm not doing that.
Wah, wah.
I'm actually like a little bit on the real angry side.
Yep, it booted her. I was like, oh, as soon as it was chugging, I'm like, I bet you it's kicking you out of Poke Genie right now.
That's kind of.
You kind of said it real smugly, though.
Well, no, I just like, It stings. I know what you're going through.
I didn't
Do you?
realize that
I do.
Like, because
You know when
there's so many apps where it doesn't matter if it's open or closed that
Yep.
it's doing stuff. I wouldn't have thought
Yeah.
that was how that worked.
Yep. So like on Pokemon Go, when it's suspended in the background, as long as that's the most recent app you used, like your gotcha will still work.
Yep.
If you open something else up, your gotcha just won't work anymore. It's not because it's not like the most. It's because it remembers, but it still offloads it off of the RAM, and it's just in a stasis. But the most recent thing can still run in the background. So it got booted.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
We were having a good time, and now we're not.
Yeah.
And on that note,
On that terrible disappointment.
I suppose. Thank you guys for joining us this week. We enjoy spending time with you guys. It's fun hanging out with us live. You should check us out. If you're watching us on Cat 7, you guys are doing it. Why not check us out live Saturday nights at 7 o'clock on currently YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, but that might be changing as we move forward. But I think it's worth checking it out. You can be a part of the conversation. You can witness live us destroying people's dreams.
That's right. That's right.
Comment down below what your most horrible, what vehicle you dislike the most. It's probably a Jeep. And then, or anything else that we've talked about. We'd like to carry on the conversation in the comments after the
prank your
fact.
friends.
See, don't prank your friends.
Yep. That's what I said. Don't prank your friends.
Yes. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for subscribing. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time we go live or upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. And, of course,
May the force be with you.